was a part of 4 different study abroad experiences. All of them have different memories for me. The first was Montepulciano, second was Madrid, and third was Australia, and finally Venice. They all really did help me to expand my ability to see the world and understand different cultures and become a better teacher and a better counselor because I understand different ways of living and people's lives, and it really enriched my life to be a better American. Well, as a counselor in both California and New York, I've been able to really use my experiences abroad to understand how other people might come from those countries to come to this country, and how scary it can be and how different it is, because when I was in other countries, I didn't know the language, didn't know where to go, so you really have an empathy for other people when they come to this country. Well, especially with Venice, the professors were very open and friendly and honest, as they are here, but there they are more at will for you. They're more there for you. They are one-on-one for you, and they take you on different tours, and they show you what you're learning in a textbook in real life. They take you to Murano, they take you to Murano. We went to Verona in Venice, and I got to see where Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet ideas, and they really care about you, but they're also more, I guess, more human in the sense of being out there versus sitting in a classroom having to sit there for 45 minutes, 55 minutes here. Once I left Hofstra, I went over to live in another place, because when I studied abroad, I really enjoyed the 5 weeks or so of leaving New York. I wanted to see if I could do it full-time, so I moved over to San Francisco, and I started to write my first draft of the Montepulciano mob, which was my first trip to Italy with Hofstra. From there, I went back to grad school and got a degree in counseling psychology, became a school counselor and a teacher, and since then I've written the book and I moved back to New York. But had I not gone on the study abroad trips, I would never have had the guts to move cross country not knowing anybody and live there for 6 years and enjoyed it. The Montepulciano mob was written in Montepulciano. The first draft was a journal I wrote, and I joked with all my friends there saying I'm going to turn this into a book one day. It was a book that I needed to write for study abroad, but also for myself, to get people aware of how it all changes you and how it completely opened myself up to who I am and where I need to be. I created the Hofstra in Venice Scholarship, I guess we're calling it, to help other students experience the same way I did, specifically for that program, because even when I went to Montepulciano, Venice was always my favorite city. And it still is. If I could live anywhere else besides America, I'd want to live in Venice. But I wanted to make sure that the torch is passed, and that I wrote a book and I got an experience out of it, and I want others to go out and have an experience, maybe write a book, maybe learn something new, maybe fix the problems of Venice, who knows. But I want to pass the torch on so someone else can have their own experiences. I just always find it important, especially with budget cuts and government's not giving enough money for education, if I can find a way to help people, I want to be able to give back to a place that helped me become who I was. It's so important to give back, because if you don't, you're hurting the generation behind you.